Hi friends, if you couldn't tell from the purple streak, I'm bisexual. The week that I'm posting this is Bi Week, the 23rd is Bi Visibility Day or Celebrate Bisexuality Day, depending on where you look. Anyway, we're having a moment. Back in June, one of y'all asked me how I stayed connected to the bi community, times being what they are. And the answer is the same way I always have, because my first bi communities were online communities. Let's run it back to 2015. Before I told anyone I was bi, I used to scroll through the bi tag on Tumblr, reading through the posts about how it took people a long time to figure it out and how it wasn't a 50-50 attraction split or even a binary attraction split, and that attraction could flow and shift and come in and out of focus. Then, as my first small whisper to the world, I reblogged one of them, just a test balloon of insinuating in semi-public that I was bi to see if it felt right. And my God, it felt right. For a while, that's as far out as I was, just sharing other people's bi content on a waning social media platform that my family wasn't on. That's how I came out to my brother. Actually, he texted me like, hey, I just got a Tumblr. Do you have one of those? And I was like, yeah, here, follow my blog. Wait! If you notice, there's some bi stuff on there. It's because... And he was just like, okay. So I went back to reblogging. After I was out to the rest of my family, I started making bi puns on Twitter and YouTube and all of it. I never had a formal coming out on social media. I just sort of started talking as if I'd always been bi because I guess I had. In the 2 years on the either side of my coming out, I'd say a good 90% of my friends that I'd made on the internet came out as some sort of queer. So without me even really doing anything, my online community became my bi community. All this was happening in the golden age of identity-based social justice YouTube, when it was a great place to talk about people who share your experiences or learn about people with different experiences than you. Before all my friends got harassed off the platform. So how I stayed connected to the bi community was by making videos about it and watching videos about it and by participating in collaborations about it. And it was all great for baby bi me because I could kind of work through what it meant to be this thing in real time. Like a group project, but if group projects actually worked. But then after a couple of years of being out, that didn't really feel like enough connection anymore. This is why I don't do those bi people talk about X compilation videos anymore, because we're still trying to convince people that bi people exist, that we're still bi when we're partnered, and that we're not untrustworthy, indecisive sluts. It felt like the tone shifted from content for bi people to try to understand ourselves to content for monosexual people to try to get them to understand us. And then I was like, okay, but where's the community for people who already get it and don't want to litigate our realities anymore? And that's how I learned that staying connected to the public bi community online is not enough. I also needed to find a private bi community, which is where my friends and I, who would all come out around the same time, started moving to DMs and group chats to talk about our lives. Because talking about them in public became too difficult, or kinda too boring. If you strayed beyond the set of answers about how we're all just perfect, unilaterally monogamous angels who date exactly one man, and then later, when we are ready to become our true selves, exactly one woman, because, by the way, we're only women, it did damage. And it reinforced the horrible things that people already think about us. Do y'all remember that little Rita Ora song when she came out as bi, and then she had the lyric that was red wine, I just want to kiss girls? And then we were all screaming about how she was both a tourist and a predator at the same time. Look, I thought it was kind of a bop. And you know what? Maybe I did need to drink up the courage to kiss a girl for the first time in my own life. And I wanted somewhere to talk about that story that wasn't out in public for the whole internet to see, like I'm doing right now. God damn it. That's when I started forming Ingroup communities, where instead of trying to defend our respectability to the rest of the world, we could just talk about how silly and fun and sometimes boring and sometimes messy it is to be a bisexual person in a way that didn't carry the responsibility of representing ourselves to the whole world, and even possibly hurting people who disagree or misinterpret or have different experiences. Coming out publicly online was so freeing because I got a chance to explain myself. And then moving into more private community was freeing because I didn't have to. So I wish for you all, whatever selves you walk around in, a place for out-group conversations and a place for in-group conversations. Whew, and the wisdom to know the difference. In the comments, tell me how you're staying connected to your communities through these times. If you like this video, you can turn on notifications to see when I post new ones, and you can also join the Radish Collective, my community on Patreon, to help me make even more of them. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.